Thank you so much for your patience, Mr. Chairman. I do appreciate going first. And Commissioner Rosenworcel, thank you so much for visiting the 911 center where I spent 17 and a half years of my life working as a 911 dispatcher. Commissioner Pai, I invite you to come and trust me, you'll have a great time with these ladies learning about the work that they do every single day. 911 Saves Act, I think, is a critical step in the right direction at ensuring that when we continue to send more work, more critical work to these 911 dispatchers, text to 911, video to 911, having to deal with, I would call it, unimproved location accuracy. We are demanding so much of them. Certainly they deserve to be classified as anything other than taxi cab dispatchers. That is offensive to the nature of the work that they're doing every single day. And I hope to get your support on this bill. And thank you, Commissioner Rosenworcel, for being one of the first champions to champion this issue for 911 dispatchers. Improved 911 location accuracy. Let me speak a little bit around that with my experience. Unregistered phones are a hazard. They're an incredible hazard for children. We teach our kids to dial 911 whenever they come across danger, and they do. At my 911 center, we had a call. I did not take that call, but one of my colleagues did. We think it was a 5-year-old boy. We think it was his mother. All we could do is listen to the assault in progress. He was taught to dial 911 when he needed help. Unfortunately, his cell phone had ran out of minutes. Because his cell phone ran out of minutes, there was no mandate for that phone company to provide the accurate location information from where that victim was calling from. So we sat there and we listened to him cry, scream, while he was being kicked, while he was being slapped, while he was being cursed at. To this day, I don't know what happened to that child, but I will live with that forever. It's a failure of the system like that, where we teach our children, we teach our population to call 911, and when they do, we're not able to help them. I think 911 dispatchers are critical to the first responder communities. Without them answering the phone, you can't get a police officer, a paramedic, or a fire truck to the scene. So we have to do more to ensure that we are empowering these individuals with the proper training that they need. The attrition rate for this group of people is horrific. It used to be 70% at my 911 center until we improved training and conditions, working conditions for them. I would like for you to talk about where you see ensuring that 911 surcharges that are collected at the state level are truly being utilized, not as a paycheck or as a personal checkbook, to phone companies, but the delivery of a 911 call does not stop at the door of the 911 center. It actually does not stop until you get the emergency personnel to the location where it's needed. Would you comment on that, please?
Thank you for your comments, Congresswoman, and for your leadership on these public safety issues. I could not agree with you more. Having visited public safety answering points in big cities like New Orleans and New York, and in small towns like rural West Virginia, where a 2-woman PSAP literally was the only thing keeping a community together when floods were ravaging that center. It is heroic work. And I think often about Terrell Morris, who was the head of the New Orleans 911 call center, who told me the story about a dispatcher who was handling a call that somebody had been shot in a particular neighborhood. She had to continue handling the call professionally once she realized her brother was the one who had been shot and killed. Just think about the things
unusual.
It's a very common story, and so I'm very sensitive to the fact that a lot of these dispatchers work longer shifts. Oftentimes the shifts go from 8 hours to 12 hours to cover shortages. Many times it's very stressful as it is. There are no avenues for them to get some of the help they need. The training is very difficult. You have to be trained across a variety of areas. In addition to that, as you pointed out, the classification for these workers is not necessarily where it needs to be. And so I stand foursquare behind you on making sure that we heighten the importance of preserving this public safety system that we've got, including recognizing the tremendous value that dispatchers bring to the table.
Thank you. I yield back. Please join me in my district and tour one of my centers.
I would love to do so. Thank you.